The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. We have very active lifestyles. It's not all wandering the countryside aimlessly or scaring passing motorists. And we all love a good cup of joe.
It won't access my phone. God, I hate this program already.
But it was so good.
It's hot garbage.
What phone? You're using the iPhone. You gave permission for the camera, right?
Yep, it won't let me do it for my webcam. It's not permitting it.
Well, at least we have your wonderful voice.
No. Dressing up for nothing.
You're gonna get the video. He's gonna be in like a top hat and suit. Just...
well,
maybe best not to show me. I don't want to know it's going to be downplayed.
Well, we are live. With us today, we have Yo-Yo.
Hey, everybody.
And we have Tim from Sour Grapes Comics.
Hey, how are you?
And Alex is in the house. He's no image though. He's audio only.
Hi.
Hi. How you doing today?
I'm making very rude gestures at the camera.
Through Facebook, do you have the ability to send me an image to use for your avatar?
Sure. Just give me a moment.
Now, here's a question. Can you see us?
I can see you perfectly.
Okay.
It keeps telling me that, nah, you don't exist. You don't have a camera.
I can see half of me and half of Alex.
Yeah. Yeah, I just had to fix that.
Half of me?
I can see half of your... I can see your... I can see your name, Alex.
Oh, okay. I was like, why is it only showing half? I'm trying so hard.
I don't know. There I am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I fixed it in a jiffy. We have a bunch of people in the chat room, so if you have questions or anything, just feel free to post them. Today we're going to be talking with our friend Tim Jones and Alex Hoy about indie art. And, now's the time. We say this every show now. With the world how everything is right now, now's the time to support local indie artists and local businesses like Sarge's Comics, local coffee roasters like Deadly Grounds Coffee. And, so how's work for you going, Tim? How many papers are you in right now?
I'm still hanging at 28 newspapers, luckily. Nobody's dropped off. So that's good, with what all that's going on in that. So I'm starting to get an online presence now too. So rinewstoday.com is carrying my strip every week too. So I'm starting to get interest from online people as well. So that's kind of good for me.
Very cool.
So yeah.
Yo, I'm going to pass the torch to you while I do a quick camera fix for Alex.
All right. So what do we want to talk about again?
Was that Alex?
I said I'm trying. I'm looking. Hang on.
No, I found something. I got it. I found a picture. Who is the mysterious Alex Hoy? Unless you want me to use something different.
Hang on, I'm looking. Hang on.
Oh God, I was gonna make an Invader Zim reference, but I can't. I just forgot the character's name. Oh God.
Gur, Dib, Zoom, Jim.
No.
Gaz.
No. More obscure.
Scooge.
The Choky Chicken episode.
Frankenchokey.
Yes. Something like that.
Frankenchokey. What the hell is Frankenchokey?
Use that photo.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Okay, so we got some news we want to talk about today, and also want to talk about indie art as well. We'll kick everything off. A bunch of movies got pushed back, including Ghostbusters 2020 and Morbius.
Well, it's not gonna be 2020 anymore. So.
No, yeah. Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah.
So that is 2021. Same with Morbius. And with that, they also pushed back another movie as well. What do you guys think about that?
It sucks. I rewatched the trailers, and the Ghostbusters Afterlife looks really good. Paul Rudd, I love Paul Rudd. It looks doesn't look corny at all. Looks a little on the spooky side for that, and it looks like a fun story. So I was really looking forward to seeing that, and then now it's getting pushed out. And I'm kind of not wondering about Morbius. I've only seen one trailer, so I'm not totally sold on it, but it looks kind of cool. Looks like it might link up with Sony's Spider-Man, Tom Holland kind of thing. So see a couple of things in there. Easter eggs, Michael Keaton in that, and of course we gotta wait for that one. So it kind of sucks, but.
Do you think it could have survived just going to digital, like a lot of movies have been lately?
Well, yeah, but it's a matter of how much money you're going to make up for the production. And at the end of the day, unfortunately, everything does revolve around the idea of, recouping funds so you can continue doing something because we've created this weird system.
You're probably going to get a double audio in a second here. Thanks to Alex. It's Alex's fault.
My fault.
Why is your image not working?
Zoom sucks.
It doesn't suck.
It sucks. Anyone who likes it sucks more.
So We are using a new piece of software called Zoom.
It's not new. It's been around for a while. It sucked that when it was first came out. You even admitted it had nothing but issues when it first came out.
Yeah.
It's not gotten much better.
No. Well,
It's still not secure.
yeah.
At any point in time, someone could just randomly jump in.
Okay.
Could you imagine that? That'd be weird.
I know, like Alex randomly jumping in and messing up our cameras.
There's good jumping in, there's bad jumping in.
I thought it was a Flash character.
We love you, Alex. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, even though you asked if I can be on, and I answered you, and then you ignored it up until you guys were launching on air.
Well, I didn't.
I literally asked who's joining us tonight.
Yeah, you did. Well, I put the invite out to Alex. I'm sorry I didn't see you respond. That's my bad.
No, it's fine. It's just find it funny.
Okay, so what is this image you sent me? Your emo, Alex.
What's that?
The emo picture you sent me.
Oh, I thought you said email. I'm like, I didn't send an email. Oh no, that's me. That's me.
That's you? Okay.
Yeah, it was during a phase.
During a phase, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it captures my softer side, especially for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a lot of DMs after that image went up.
So Tim, you sent me a couple images as well. Aesop and the Ominous meet the Bully Cloud.
Yep.
So tell us about that.
That is the new, happen to have copy right here. Oh, he's gone. How about that? Hey.
I'll move my camera. Yeah.
There he is.
Where'd the hat go?
It was causing interference. I had a lot of magnets inside of it.
As one does.
Anyway, continue. Sorry, Dark Cloud. Yes.
All right. Anyways, so there it is here. The new storytelling book that just came out. And it's new. Aesop and Ominous again in their next adventure. And talks about the important subject of bullying. And I'm very excited that it's out. And it's only $5.
Really?
It's a great story. Yep. Price to sell. And
sounds like a good book to buy in bulk, people.
It is. It is. And if you don't have toilet paper, here you go. But
there can be more variety of colors. Come on.
So yeah, that's new.
Awesome. Now that's your fourth book, right? Fourth or fifth?
That's my sixth.
Six. Oh wow.
Yeah, 2 coloring books and 4 compilations. So, and I was going to have another compilation out, hopefully for Free Comic Book Day this year. But we don't know what's going on with anything, so we have to wait. I don't want to put something out and you can't get it, So.
So Free Comic Book Day, yeah, it's been pushed back, right? Postponed, as far as we know.
I thought maybe July.
Something like that. So, I know it's still happening this year. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. When they say we can congregate again,
Let's just hope I remember how to congregate. It's been so long.
Yes.
Talking to people.
Well, this
start talking. Are you real?
VR's gotten insane.
Well, have you guys watched the new Walking Dead? Latest issue of Walking Dead?
I don't know. I've just been looking outside.
No. Okay. So they run in, they run into a. Sorry, I'm trying to fix cameras at the same time.
Fix the I'm here. Can you see me?
I can. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do?
Or are you trying to get rid of me?
No, not at all. I'm just gonna do a new screen capture. And let's see.
I'm still confused on the latest issue of Walking Dead when the Walking. Did I miss something?
Sorry, not issue. You know what I mean. Okay.
Well, I was just wondering if I missed something. Given everything that's going on, I decided to come back.
I have a comic book oriented question.
Okay.
Why is Yo-Yo in the Bat Cave?
I got to be somewhere.
Is that what that is?
Yep.
You see the giant penny? Is a T-Rex in that shot, or has that not happened yet?
I thought it was like a shield hanger.
I just noticed
That'll be the next one.
Yeah? Oh, cool.
So the cool thing about the software is you can set your own background. So last night somebody did SpongeBob, and Yo-Yo, what did you do? You did graffiti wall, right?
It was a graffiti wall with a very nice, pleasant-looking gentleman with a spiked bat with blood coming from it behind me.
Nice.
I thought it was fitting for a horror shop.
I'm also fascinated by the Telltale Games thing in the corner there of like, yeah,
that's where it came from.
Yeah, but they're a zombie now, ironically, aren't they?
They're not gonna care.
Yeah. Somebody holds their corpse now.
I want a flannel thermos background like Alex has.
I had a throw rug and I threw it over a room divider.
I do. It's a nice thermos kind of looking very nice.
Yeah.
I wanted to make it look like I'm laying back on a picnic table.
Reminds me of like Pearl Jam or something.
If I get an extra blanket, I'll send one to you.
All right.
So I have the cameras fixed as best as I could, except they don't have the right camera for me. Let's try this. I'm probably gonna fuck everything up. Let me see. Let me try.
Nope, he disappeared.
What's that? The first?
Yeah. Okay. There. Well, I'll just stick with this. Okay. We're going so swimmingly, you know. It's yeah. Tom Moore says happy Wednesday, everybody. Hey Tom. Angela says hi Tim, and she says hey.
Hi Angela.
Steve from Super Retro says good evening, guys.
Good evening.
Steve. So I was able to fix my switcher, but my software is a bit buggy. I upgraded Wirecast. And for some reason,
always, it becomes a bug.
Yeah. So if I click on the wrong thing, then I can't move the cameras around so easily. I have to actually input numbers. That's why it took me forever to fix the cameras. But I got them fixed. I had to do a shortcut. I just grabbed a screenshot of Zoom. So that's the 4-way shot. So it doesn't have our branding on it. So, yeah. But it works.
Does it, though?
Yeah. Alex, what's going on? Alex.
That's not picking up on the audio, is it?
What's that?
What?
I think I hear screaming upstairs.
Nope. We don't hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep recording just in case.
Okay.
Please do.
So let's have some interesting topics in case this ever becomes evidence.
Yeah, totally. So one interesting topic is if you missed a earlier show, I was able to get comics delivered to me this week. My local comic shop, they messaged me on Facebook. They said, "Hey, we're doing curbside delivery and curbside pickup or delivery." So I said, "Hey, how about you just deliver it?" And the owner actually drove by and dropped off a box of comics. And
are you paying them extra for this?
They charged me $5, but he took the $5. He refunded it since he drives past my house every day.
I mean, that's nice of them. At the same time, I think that it's good that they're charging for that because.
Yeah, but I actually paid him a little extra for a tip anyway. So, yeah.
Did he actually stop and drop it off, or since he passes your house every day, did he just chuck it out the window driving by?
He stopped,
The
dropped
old
it.
newspaper.
Because you can launch a long box if you get the right angle with it.
Yeah.
I know.
Totally. So
He's been practicing.
They dropped him off, and the cool thing is they actually bagged and boarded him all as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
It helps when you throw them out the door.
And I'm really intrigued. I haven't read it yet, but Batman Universe.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Which one's that one?
Apparently it came out a while ago. It's Bendis. Michael Bendis wrote it. And the art is Darrington Stewart. So the art's pretty good as well. But I mean, Bendis always does a good job. So
I've also been hearing good things. That I want to check out Superman versus Superman smashes the Klan.
really?
That's one I've been hearing that's pretty good lately. I really want to pick up that one.
Okay.
Plus, I love the art style. And I guess it's either based on old radio plays or inspired by them. And it's about some of the old stuff where Superman like smashes the Klan.
That sounds like something I'd like to. Yeah.
It's a
Not
good
that
book for the
fantasy.
modern day.
So are you reading anything else, Alex?
Currently, right now, I haven't had time to read much just because I've been overwhelmed with stuff. Even just today was a free day for me. I allowed myself to enjoy without feeling constant guilt working 99% of the day. So I just decided to just take a day for myself. And I browse what I can, but I can't say I read anything new as of late because, when you get a day, you want to binge.
Yeah.
Because like I like to get all my comic books all in a big stack and read them and just discard the husk on the ground like banana peels when I'm done. I'm kidding. I put them back in a sealed thing and then put them carefully back in the long box. Okay, chill out. I'm not going that far, people. There was someone gripping their fist red hearing that.
Yeah.
Those are collectibles. How dare you?
And that was me, just thinking about you got to be careful with them, even the ones.
Is your fist were you like cracking your knuckles underneath the camera?
I'm a germaphobe as well, so I was thinking about it. I'm like, no, please don't get anything on
Like
them.
you can't Lysol those.
No, you can't. No, they're in their plastic containers.
How awful would that be?
Actually, I got a pair of Netflix movies that came in the mail the other day, and I told my wife they're in mail jail. So I doused them with Lysol, and I got them sitting in a corner. I'll leave them there for a couple days, and then I'll pick them up.
What's the packaging made out of?
Paper.
So 24 hours.
It's been longer than 24 hours.
It should be good then.
Alex, you seem perplexed.
I just, it's your life. I just feel it's a little bit extreme.
Oh, I thought you were freaking out because it was Netflix DVDs.
No, I mean, I really
One
enjoy
problem at a
physical
time.
media.
Yeah.
Physical media is very important, especially now because so many people are so reliant on servers and streaming services and stuff like that. I mean, when you have stuff that's not connected online, nothing's going to be slowed down or anything like that. You just pop it in, and it's also yours, unedited, because these streaming services can choose if they want to change something. It's not fully yours.
Unless you have your own internal server.
If only there one such existed
that
you would tell me about. Literally every time we interact, if only. But oh well.
Yeah.
That's a far cry of a dream.
Yeah.
One
It's a
day.
pipe dream at this point. It'll never happen.
Next, you're gonna tell me there's a new installment in the Half-Life universe. It'll never happen.
Now you're dreaming.
But Half-Life Alex, you have to have the VR headset, and do you have a VR headset?
Yeah, Half-Life, Alex. I know. I'm aware. Half-Life. I really want another one.
So Tim,
I'm lost.
there's a new game called Half-Life Alex.
Yes.
Oh,
That's the
I'm
actual
aware.
name. Yeah.
which half is it?
The bottom half.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining the Dorkening this week, and
Okay. So
no, but Tim, if you enjoy sci-fi, Half-Life is a game franchise that's been well regarded as some of the best games to be ever made. They're trailblazers in their own right, and their sci-fi story they introduce is pretty good. And it's been a long time since the second game came out, and the wait.
Second episode of the second game.
Exactly, and it left on a huge cliffhanger. It left people devastated, and it's been how many years? Like nearly.
well, the last time it came out was Orange Box, right?
Yeah, but how long was that ago? That's got to be
at least
12 years, I think.
Yeah, like
12 years. People have been waiting with no word at all, just rumors and whatever else. 12 years and not a word of what's going to happen next.
Yep. Yeah, and the didn't the developer tease that a third one was coming out for like a long time, or no?
It went from teasers to vagueness to unacknowledgement completely. Hearing stop starts and stuff like that, because Valve has like an unorthodox like corporation where there's no like titles. Everyone just works on what they want to do, and for how great their games are,
and didn't somebody claim
Can't complain.
Didn't an ex-employee said didn't he claim he had unfinished code and released it on the net?
I know that there was the storyline that they had already worked on for it.
Oh, maybe that was it.
There was a writer that went out and gender swapped the characters and just made what he would have done at the time.
Gotcha.
But who knows at this point? They're going for VR because they want to innovate, which is cool. But
yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it. Actually, at this point, I'm probably gonna get a VR headset when I can, just for that, honestly.
Where's this money gonna come from? Is what I feel. Is just like there's spring sales, there's all these little things, but I want to get a better flow of cash so I'm able to splurge without crying for the rest of the day, where it's like I'm gonna have fun and escapism before reality comes to punch me.
Yeah, well,
no matter what, it's like that when you spend money, though.
Well,
but I don't want to acknowledge it.
So this is a good thing for those of us that are in either self-quarantine or afraid to go out in the world, like of germs and stuff like that, or working from home. They're really trying to take care of us with adding more and more items to streaming, giving us awesome game sales. Sony's having a huge sale right now for PS4 games. Yep. Digital, and then also the Humble Bundle. Let me see. Humble Bundle just released an awesome bundle.
It goes towards helping with everything going on with COVID-19.
Yeah, it's called the Conquer COVID-19.
Conquer?
Conquer COVID-19.
I was just thinking it has some sort of cross involvement. It was like, hey, we're announcing a new Conquer game. And
so check this out.
Give you a hell of a time, Tim.
It's
I mean, we need to laugh, and dark humor seems to be at the forefront right now.
True.
So the deal. So if you're not familiar with Humble Bundles, it's normally they offer a ton of bundles where you pay a flat fee or you pay a certain amount and money goes to charity, and you get a ton of games. So normally it's like tiers. So you pay like a penny, you get like 12 games. You pay like $1, you get like another 5, and then and it goes from there. So this is $30, and you're getting I think like 40 something games, like 45 games, including Undertale, Hollow Knight, Killing Floor 2, Batman, Lego Batman 3, Darksiders 1 and 2, the Jackbox Party Pack, Worms Revolution, Broken Age, Tropico 4, Brutal Legend, Psychonauts.
Ooh.
Yeah. Pac-Man.
I just got the Rhombus of Ruin. I am really excited to play that.
But tons of games. A lot of Stealth. I wanted to play Stealth. And also,
I wonder who's going to get the Humble Bundle.
well, I already have a bunch of these games. I'm not sure if I will or not. But the money goes to charity. And PS4, I'm a little ticked off because I picked up Assassin's Creed Odyssey on sale the other day for just a basic edition. And on the PS4 sale now, they have like the gold edition for like $7 more. With like all the
Are you
DLC.
still within the return policy? Or did you play enough of it that it's not?
Oh, I did the digital download.
They still have returns. You know that, right?
I did not know that. Okay, I'll have to look into it.
I have a very curious question. Tim, what's your exposure to video games? Do you have any more interest to go into more games? Do you have any like fun games that you played or anything?
I don't really play video games. I haven't since I was a kid. To be honest with you, I mean,
what'd you
I have
play?
some on my. I had Nintendo and old enough to have had Atari, and that's going back away. So, but nowadays I just have people tell me don't play games with me, and just keep it at that. So, the joke, Alex.
I hope so. I know some people change when they play a game where they're overly competitive. We're like, hey man, it's cool. It's cool.
Don't you play games with me, young man. So, but no, I have a few on my phone that I tinker around with, but I usually don't. I don't play games.
Yeah.
Have you
What
had
games
any
on the phone?
interests?
Huh?
I had which game on the phone.
What games on the phone are you playing, Tim?
Oh, me.
Yeah. Suspense.
Well, I have Falcon Squad. I have a couple of casino games. A plane game, PLANE, like a fighter jet kind of thing, and that's my boring life right there.
Well, nothing
not
more.
boring.
No. I mean,
I play solitaire every day, so I mean,
Really?
Ugh.
like literally, I
Oh.
make it a point to play solitaire every day.
Who wins?
Typically, I can solve it within like 3 minutes or so. But there's a times when like there's literally no way to solve it, and that's the part I actually live for. Because the thought process of like there's going to be points and times where there's literally no way to solve an issue.
So it's the game that wins if you lose. I don't understand. I've never understood that game.
now is it the one that like throws all the cards out like in the like the old Windows one? And by the way, Jack Shipley says hello everybody, and Angela says I got casino games on my phone as well. So
It's just regular solitaire, just Klondike solitaire.
okay, you play it on PC
Cool.
or
No, on my phone.
on your phone? Okay.
You guys ever play chess versus
Oh.
a computer?
Angela says she's
I haven't in
playing.
a while.
Those games make you rage quit.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I
yeah.
swear. Is there a Kotaku article out there already about how like computer chess is as hard as Dark Souls? Has anyone done that yet? Where like, oh, it's chess souls. It's like so hard to do, but bleh.
Last time I played chess was a long time ago. It was Battle Chess on the PC, where when you took a piece, they actually turned into characters fighting. Yeah.
Last time I played chess was with an actual chessboard and an actual person.
a natural person.
Not one of those virtual ones.
Yeah, I see. I've been practicing for the quarantine since
Is there VR chess?
Oh, that would be awesome.
Jack says Oz Broken Kingdom, and Angela says right now I'm playing Animal Crossing. A lot of people playing Animal Crossing. Yeah.
I unfortunately do not have a Switch, so I cannot play anything like that.
Another good mobile game I would recommend is Slayaway Camp. Have you guys played that mobile game? It's where you're like a cube little like slasher monster from the slasher movies, like a horror film, and you have to solve puzzles by moving spaces of where you can kill all your victims and escape. As you like, it's funny. It's very cute. It's gory, but like cute gory. Like it's very bright red and everything. And when you kill someone, that some will go splatterlicious. You know, it's very silly, and I love it. It's so charming. You can also.
Why are you convincing me to spend money? Why?
Because
there's
I'm an
actually
artist.
a category. There's actually a category called color. Cute gory. I can't say it now. Cute. What'd you say? Cute gory.
Cute gory.
Yeah.
I'm buying it now.
Is that a term?
I think I want the name of a band.
Oh.
Kind
of cool.
I think
it better be good because I just spent money on it.
I think a few pictures I've sent to people about my Strawberrian character smashing people in half. People have used it as cute gory as a description.
I love Strawberrian.
Thank you. I plan to do more with it soon, and I'm also working on a little passion project in the meantime right now as well. But more on that at another time.
Ooh, passion.
Can't wait to see it, Alex.
Oh yeah, it's
cool.
I guess I can say this little cute story that happened though is that I made a promo image of a comic I've been making for years, and very few people have seen it. The only person I've really shown it to is my mom. She nearly cried looking at it because she knows very well of what it is. And I sent her the file. She went to Staples, printed out, and gave it to me framed. And she made one for herself. And it was very sweet of her. She's going through stresses due to the current time. We're basically putting up on the walls just as like there are good things to come. And it's very personal to her because I'm her son, so of course, you know, and she supports me, so she hears it all the time, like, oh my God, there's blah blah. And she said while she was at Staples, the guy printing it was looking at the image and was asking like cautiously of like, well, what's this from? Like what publisher is making this comic? Because he was actually afraid she was going beyond like someone's copyright and they could get in trouble by reproducing like an official brand comic.
Oh wow.
And she went, no, that's my son's. And he was like, oh. So that was a nice little story.
That's awesome. Tom Moore says, I'm currently playing Animal Crossing New Horizons at the moment. And Jack was laughing at something, but
So many people are playing that right now.
yeah.
It's either Doom Eternal or Animal Crossing or Animal Eternal.
Yeah, we were talking the other day how
Or
there's
Doom Crossing.
Doom Crossing.
So Tim,
Yes.
you know, since you don't play video games as much, just one suggestion on the phone: give Hungry Shark a try. That yeah.
Hungry Shark.
Hungry
Okay.
Shark. Yeah.
I'm gonna write that down right now. Hold
Okay.
on. Let's see. HUN. How do you spell hungry? HUNGRY.
Yep.
Shark.
Shark.
Okay.
Yeah, you play as like you get like a starter shark, and you have to like eat fish and stuff like that, and you grow. You have to like attack people at the beach and stuff. You get bonus points and.
Whoa, is it Richard Dreyfuss in it?
No. I think there's a couple Jaws references though. But
Okay.
you know, with the self.
Oh, Leo.
Yeah.
When you get a chance, have you checked out Maneater.
No, I need to get that.
I've been looking that up, and that game is looking better each time I look at it. I'm
They had
really
it at
excited for
PAX.
that game. I wish I could have went, but that's also when like everyone was like just starting to get crazy. You know,
Yeah.
Mm.
it was the first day of the 28. You know
Yeah.
what I mean.
I love Hall and Oates, Alex. Are you old enough for that? Are you old enough for Hall and Oates?
What's
I mean-
a blockbuster?
Video store?
What's a VHS player? Where
I had a
do
Walkman.
babies come from?
This is normally when Alex makes fun of us old timers, Tim. So yeah.
I get you all beat.
I-
You know what
it's
game
fine.
I had? You know what game I had was on my phone was I forget the name of it, but it was one of those castle games where you fire the cannon at it and you blast certain sections to make the whole castle come down. And the less times you have to fire at the castle, the better. And it's got these little guys like these guards in it. You can shoot for them and get extra points and stuff. Oh man, I wish I could remember the name of it now. But it was really cool. You had to line up your targets like so horizontal and then vertical. Once you get that, you hit fire. Once you line up as where you want to shoot at, and a cannonball goes, and you know if you hit it right, all the bricks go flying. Oh, it's awesome. Your
Nice.
phone vibrates,
well,
which can be fun in different ways. But
well, when you remember
Speaking
the
of your all ages comic,
when you remember the name, definitely let us know. That sounds like it's fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I have a thought provoking question. Tim, if you had the opportunity of someone saying, "Hey, I want to make an Aesop mobile game," what kind of game would you want?
can you elaborate on that?
If you had a
Like what-
choice of like what type of game, but it would be your style, what would you put on it? Like, would you want it to be like Aesop doing like a launch or something, knocking down towers, or would you want it straight up be a gambling game?
Oh, I would want a like a Mario Brothers kind of thing where he goes around.
Like a platformer?
Yeah,
I'd like
Yeah.
that.
I can see that. I can see Aesop doing a Mario Brothers kind of thing and going through. Yeah,
I'd like to see that.
you know what I'm talking
I-
about, right? Yeah.
I know what Mario is.
Are you sure, Alex?
Yeah, he jumps through galaxies. Yeah,
Yeah, no. Well, yes,
No.
yes.
you
yes.
start the game and he goes left, right?
He
That's
jumps
how you.
on
Oh,
He jumps on mushrooms and throws fireballs.
yeah.
I know that Mario was inspired by Popeye. That's where the mushroom idea came from, because they were like, what can he do for a power up? And Popeye with his spinach is basically what was the thing that inspired what power ups in video games are.
I thought it came from Donkey Kong.
No, I mean like the concept of the power ups for like the
Yeah.
mushrooms for Mario.
Yeah, but
yeah.
he's right though. Mario did come from Donkey Kong originally.
But that also wasn't Peach. That was
Paulina.
Paulina.
Yeah.
Paul, yeah, but it was still Mario though.
Yeah, we
No,
know
that
that.
was his dad, canonically.
Oh, it's called Castle Wreck.
Castle Wreck. Okay, I'm gonna write that down.
WRECK. I just found it, and it's free. It says, "Feel the joy of destruction."
Very cool.
I usually
Yes,
just see that in
I
a
found
political
it.
tweet.
Tom in the chat room says Berserk got me through the video game crash of '83. I just remember.
Oh,
Yeah. I just remember that like because I grew up kind of poor and stuff, so I just remember Atari games being affordable. So like I remember going to KB Toys and then my mom was able to get me a bunch of games. So I enjoyed the crash because I got to play more games.
Since I was a child of the 90s, whenever I got like a thing from like PS1 games, I would take out the small little booklets that they had with the PS1 games, and oftentimes they would have like the pictures of the characters and stuff like that. I remember I'd spend hours trying to redraw these characters, especially from the booklet of Medieval 2. I think that was probably some of my prime ground zero inspirational like design choices that like spawned my interests.
Cool.
I used to do that.
I
I had one on my notebook where I took Super Mario, made him look like he was breakdancing. So I made the Nintendo cartridge say Super Mario Breaking 64.
Nice.
Oh,
I
I just found Hungry Shark.
yeah.
I am paying attention to the show.
Well, thank you.
I just
I would love
I
this
don't-
the entire time. Your eyes are down, like looking down your nose at us, just like yes, keep going.
Oh, this is cool. There's like Hungry Shark World, Hungry Shark Dragon. Oh no, that's Hungry Dragon. Hungry Shark World. Oh, Hungry Shark Molly Cyrus. Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Angela says I miss KB Toys, and Tom says KB Toys was awesome. I agree. KB Toys was
It
magical.
was.
Yeah.
Walden Books and KB Toys.
Yeah, and now we're losing GameStop, which was
Their own fault.
Yeah.
well, they
I shed no tears for them. No tears.
well, they've gone out of business before. They were originally part of, I think, Walden Books. It was either B. Dalton or Walden Books. I think it was Walden Books.
And are they going out of business or just closing up a bunch more stores? I thought that they're just closing up a bunch more stores.
Well, it's 300 stores, but some analysts are saying that they don't have enough cash flow to survive the shutdown.
Well, understandable.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm at the same time though, they're trying to pay like their essential workers.
Yeah.
Like
I care for the workers, but the methods that they're doing is not so great.
Yeah.
I just sold a bunch of my little Game Boy games, the little ones,
Oh yeah.
to two Game Boy ones, the consoles themselves, and a little bunch of games and stuff to GameStop. Went down to the one down here, and I did all right. So I have an account with GameStop that I just have no use for, but that's fine.
Nice.
I
How much did you get
stopped
for it
with
if you don't mind me
GameStop.
asking?
What?
How much did you get for it if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I made like, I don't know, $80
Oh, it's pretty good.
off of everything that I had. Yeah.
It's uncharacteristic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
usually if I like, hey, this game is sealed, it's like it's signed by Miyamoto himself, and they'd be like, that's a good $3.49. Is that good for you?
Well, they were able to zap each game, and it popped up how much it was worth. So I had some that were worth $1 and other ones that were worth like $10. I had a couple that were
probably,
$10.
if you had sold them yourself, they would have been worth more. Because
Yeah,
it's not what they're
probably.
worth. It's what the company is willing to pay for it, because they still want to make money off of it.
Nah, I should have just brought them, put them on my table at a show. I would have made more money at the show probably.
Yeah.
That's how it usually goes.
But-
I can't help but love. You ever go to a tag sale and you can't even help but like you have to compose yourself when you find something that's like worth way more than what they're selling it for because they don't know what they have.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I'll just pick this up. Yeah, it's no problem. Yeah, $5. Yeah, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
It's
I remember I picked up a big stack of comic books one time where this person was literally selling all the comic books for like 5 cents, and some of those had like pretty good comics, like stuff with just Amazing Spider-Man or very early issues of just everything.
Yeah.
And some video games that I checked later out online that were like in the $100 range, but they gave me a stack for $5.
Oh wow.
Haha, like I have to wait. I have to like hold it in before we get in the car. Okay, lock the door. Ah, look what I got. Look at my haul.
The universe is just.
But the whole time, it's like when you're a kid, and you're on your first date with a girl, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm cool, I'm fine. Then you laugh like, oh my god.
And a picture the guys at the yard sale looking at Alex getting into his car. That guy just ejaculated in his car for some reason. What happened? He was fine when he was out here.
I do that every time I get in the car.
Oh boy.
It's a stick shift.
Oh my.
You know, I'm not embarrassed to say that I go to antiquing stores, and
why would you be embarrassed by that?
I don't. Somebody might be. Anyways.
Ew, old.
So
my youth hurts.
So I go, and I've learned. Someone told me to look in some of the books, and especially the Bibles, and to look in there because sometimes people have put money in there.
Oh.
Like they'll put, honest to God, they'll put like money in some of the pages, like towards the back or something. I haven't found anything like that, but I've heard about that. So every time I go there, I'll look. I know this is off on another tangent, but we'll go.
I'm fascinated. I did not know this.
Yeah, in the Bible and stuff, especially in the part where they pay Judas. There might be some money in there. That's a joke, Alex. But is this too fast for you? So
I do think the Bible's very old in my time. I think it goes way back, honestly.
It does. No, but seriously, this is a thing. So
I mean, it makes sense.
I haven't been in a long time, but you'd be surprised.
I thought you were going to say, check the Bibles and open it up and see like a gun in it, because that's what every movie has, where it's like you open the Bible and it has a gun like imprinted in there or something. Or what's scarier is like you see the imprint of where the gun should be, which is much scarier than finding it within.
Yeah. Like, is someone walking around with it?
Before me? You have the Boondock Saints, right? Yeah. No.
What?
Did you guys?
For a second, I honestly thought you meant like someone opened a Bible and a copy of the Boondock Saints was gonna fall out. Like, what a weird idea.
No, didn't they store
Boondock Saints?
Yeah, didn't.
What you said?
Yeah, did you see that movie?
Oh, I thought it was a football team.
No. Awesome movie. You gotta watch it.
Terrible season they had.
Yeah. Didn't they store their guns and Bibles? Or they were just really religious?
They were
Probably,
really religious.
I think it's a.
I know they were really.
Trope.
I know.
I don't know. It seems like
I could have sworn there was.
You have to have a small gun in order to haul out most Bibles.
Yeah.
There's some pretty big Bibles.
True, but you're talking lengthwise too.
I can imagine like an inconspicuous large Bible to hold like a bazooka or something. Like,
someone needs to do that in a movie. Someone needs to.
Excuse me, TSA. I just need to get my Bible through. Excuse me.
What's going on, Tim?
Well, while we're on the subject, I just happen to have the last thing that I got at one of those antiquing stores. I do a little show and tell. See this?
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
That's a 1966 Whitman tray puzzle.
Oh, wow.
1966. It's put together, and it was up on the wall. And what they'll have like these little cubbies that people rent out to put all this shit.
Yeah.
And because their grandmother died or something, and this was up on the wall, and I paid $5 for it. I don't know who drew it, but
it looks like a Kirby piece, or it's aping on a Kirby style.
It does look like. I researched it. It's not Kirby. It's someone that tried to draw like Kirby. And
they got his thick fingers, right?
Yeah, it looks like Kirby. It really does, but there's no signature on it or anything. But
you didn't have to buy each piece individually, right?
Huh?
You didn't have to buy each peach individually, right?
Each piece?
Yeah.
No. Thank you for that joke. No, it was put together by, play along, Alex. Pay attention. No,
Sorry.
it's put together as I bought it. So I paid $5 for it, and and it was up on, like, tucked away up on a wall. It just caught my eyes for some reason, and it stuck out to me because the rest of the stuff there was all that vases and shit and stuff from World War II and whatever.
Probably urns.
Old records and maps. There's always maps for some reason. And so I saw that and I was like, oh, I gotta have that.
I can't wait. If I become an old person, I know my stuff is going to be thrown in the flea market. I'm totally going to start writing down stuff on those maps, and just make a bunch of random treasure maps. So people always wonder, like, what's with all these X's? What do they mean?
Maybe if you say mischief managed, it'll help. I don't know.
I'll leave vague riddles that mean nothing.
Oh my! And then it's gonna turn into like some History Channel show that we're to search.
I hope that's exactly what Nicolas Cage does when he dies. That he'll leave like an actual like national treasure type conspiracy after he dies, making all these weird riddles that actually go nowhere. I would love that. I went to the flea market and I was so lucky because we went on the opening day of this flea market. So all of the best stuff is there, ripe for the picking. I got like a nice leather jacket for like $7. It was a lot of neat stuff, a lot of things that didn't seem to be sorted out correctly. Like, obviously they had a bunch of like antiques and like old books and stuff. And I found there's this corner that had a bunch of long boxes. So I skimmied through some of the comics, some from the 90s and a bunch of stuff. People who, a lot of people hoarded the comics, especially in the 90s. So a lot of Savage Dragon, Nighthawk, and that stuff. And while skimming through it, they kind of broke it up for kiddie stuff and whatever. Like they had a couple things that went from Archie comics to Little Lulu and stuff. And then I stumbled across one that had a fairy on it, and I pulled it up, and it was a it was a fetish comic, like very explicit, a lot of nudity, very graphic in the front cover.
Oh my!
Right in sorted with all the kids stuff. So I kept looking. And I kept finding more of them, like in like the kid one, because it's like it's like how people still don't get there can be R-rated animated films, but they'll still put it in with the kid stuff. So I was looking through it and finding like these XXX sex, adult comics, and I kept pulling them out and made like a small little pile of them. Also, I was trying to do it very quickly, so when people like look by, it's not just like, that's an interesting purchase, sir. I was pulling them all out, and I went.
The next table has used condoms. You can go over there.
Kleenexes and
used.
Oh my!
Why would you put that in a flea market?
It's a flea market.
So Mohawk Phoenix.
They're washed.
So Mohawk Phoenix says, Alex. And says, what did I just come in on this conversation? Ha ha ha.
I hope he spelled that right.
Yes.
But so I went up to the front of the flea market and I was like, hey, I don't know who's sorting this stuff, or if you got it this way, but there's a lot of adult themed comics mixed in with all the kids stuff. You might want to be careful of that. And she looked at me, and when you talk to someone so dumb that for a second you have to hold yourself back from being witty, you know? And
why are you looking at me when you say that?
Nothing. But she was like, oh, the people put the comics on those shelves, not, yeah. Oh, okay. But still, it's just like, oh, we don't. It. She said something to like the extent of like,
You're not legally responsible for anything.
yeah,
Yeah.
she took no responsibility or understanding of like what I said, and it was like, yeah, but at the end of the day, you're the one selling this. So why not like take it as in like, oh, I should know this? It's like if I had a real handgun next to the super soakers and you blame it on, well, someone put the gun there, that's still on the flea market for not sorting that stuff differently. So I found all the adult comics and I put it on a much higher shelf so no one got it, and just did a quick little like adult comics up here.
Well, good for you.
Hopefully there's not one really tall kid.
It's like, hooray! Finally, this is handy.
Nina
Like,
says,
Save it for the guy that's
Sorry.
yeah, save it for the guy that's gonna get embarrassed because he has to ask for a stool to stand up on. Get one.
Or even better, a long trench coated like three kids stacked up walking up to the front like, yes, I'd like to purchase these comic books, please.
so Nina wants to know, Yo-Yo, how did you get that background?
So, because the software we're using, which I'm still iffy about using, allows you to do backgrounds. I'm going to be changing my backgrounds as long as we're going to be using this.
Okay.
By the way, how's your internship going at Wayne Tech, by the way?
It's all right. I mean, he keeps asking us to build weird things.
Yeah?
All of them have to do with bats, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's weird.
And
It is.
Do you think he knows anything about that man bat maybe? Nah, that's too crazy.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Batman, so trying to support local businesses, I asked my local shop because I cleared up my my pull list. So I wanted to see if they had anything else I could buy. So I asked him if he had. I'm trying to collect the McFarlane Batman covers. So I have one of them where he has like I don't have it on me. I don't know where it is right now. The cape's all pointy. I don't know what issue it is. Well, anyway, the ones I'm missing is year 2. So actually, they had a full set of year 2 that they set aside for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had a chance to meet him,
McFarlane?
but
Yeah.
I didn't. Yes, he was at Boston Fan Expo last year, and I was at the NCS booth, and the line for him was past our table all the way down, and further up it was, and then they would snake you in to see him, and they did that like 6 times that day. They would have separate lines that they would like just bus in people, and they had staff members throughout the line tell you the directions on what you had to do to get your print signed, which you purchased before you came in for like $50, and that's what he was signing. And they were in plastic sleeves, and you had to pull it out from the bottom, and he would sign, like you pull it out, literally they'd tell you how much to pull it out of the sleeve, and he would sign that and put it back. You cannot take the whole thing off, or he won't sign it, kind of thing. And I'm like, oh my God.
Wow.
I was telling everybody in line that I was giving free photo ops, It didn't
Did you
work,
have any takers?
but no, not at all. It's all right.
By the way,
But,
I'll take a photo with you next time we get.
Okay, I still have that
But you have
picture.
to charge me though. I
have that picture that you got Guy Gilchrist to draw and sign, and I have that picture with me and Guy. I have the drawing right over here somewhere.
Oh, I'm glad.
And still love you for that. I think that was so nice.
Oh, of course.
Appreciate that. It was so nice, and it's always fun to see someone else draw Aesop, as he drew Aesop with Kermit the Frog.
There may be more in the future, Tim.
It was so cool.
By the way, the issue is 423. I have the image on the screen right now.
What is?
Issue
The
Batman.
issue he was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Batman
Oh, I thought you were showing like the Aesop rendition or something. I was like, how'd you get that image?
Like, I have hidden cameras
yeah.
everywhere. You didn't know?
You have hidden cameras everywhere, but you couldn't get me up and running earlier?
Yeah, and year 2 is let's see. I'll pull it up here.
Silence.
I know.
It's been a very long week, I think, for everyone.
Yeah. So
It's been a long year.
I know.
How about that?
2020 is
It's the roaring 20s all over
Yeah.
again, except the roar is more like a very high-pitched screech.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say scream. Like
Either way.
yeah.
Both. I mean, I'm hearing literal screams, but
Yeah.
hopefully that's not picked up on the microphone.
So
yeah.
I was gonna ask Tim, what are you doing since you don't play games beside on your phone? What are you doing to pass the time?
Well, like I said, I'm home this week. Go back to work on Monday. So I'm actually been able to catch up on some stuff, business stuff, and actually bothering newspapers, which is always fun at this certain time. But and doing some extra drawing, and I set up a Patreon, I set up an Etsy shop, so on and so forth. And Alex, again, thank you for sharing that. And,
No problem. More people need to know about it.
Yeah, and nobody cares, but
They do. It's just the current time.
They do. Yeah. They do. Yes, that's what I'm telling myself. I'm kidding. So
okay. Don't go full Aesop on us.
No. But other than that, I've been watching TV, some game shows. I'm a big game show dude.
Oh yeah.
Love watching game shows. I love game shows. Yeah.
What type of game shows?
Oh, there's a new one called America Says, and that's like my favorite one right now. And it's 2 teams, and it's they survey America almost like what Family Feud does, and they have to fill in the blanks. So they give them a category, and they'll give you the first letter, and there's like 7 words up there. It's the first letter and that letter and a blank, and they have to guess those in 30 seconds, and then there's a bonus round, and it's a lot of fun. But I watch them all. So I'm home during the day. I've been watching Let's Make a Deal and The Price is Right, which I'm assuming are past episodes.
Well, I think don't they film like a year in advance?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, because there was something about Wheel of Fortune said they were like shut down, but since they and also Jeopardy, but since they film their episode, like what they'll do is they'll take like a something like a 4-week period, and they'll like film all the episodes back to back for the entire year.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any party games you've been doing at all with your family, or had time to do with people over chat or something like that? I know that's been passing a lot of time for people. Or, curious, Tim, have you ever played Cards Against Humanity?
I don't know anybody in Humanity.
I think that's probably a good thing.
No, I don't even know what that is.
Don't they have an online version now?
Huh?
Is there an online version?
I think there's some way to pay it online now.
So basically, it's.
I heard that. Like the knocking.
It's not knocking. My upstairs neighbors wears heels in the house.
Ah.
And so It happens.
Can she run really, really fast?
Is it a she?
That's a she, but it's a I half the time I don't know if it's like attitude or she just lifts her legs very high when she walks.
The Ministry of Silly walks just.
She walks by like having her knee go up past her shoulders each time.
Oh, maybe she's like in a marching band and she's practicing.
Yeah, let's say that. That's probably a nice way to think about it. Though it doesn't help when I'm trying to get to sleep.
No, I don't know what Cards Against Humanity is.
Now that's a game to play.
I don't know what that is. Is that what we were talking about?
Do you
live stream us playing that?
That'd be pretty fun.
That would be.
Have you ever played Apples to Apples, Tim?
Yes.
It's like Apples to Apples, except
dirty,
horrible.
Oh.
It has the most horrendous things on it.
Oh wait, no, I did play that. We played that at Christmas time for the past 2 years in a row. We played that, and it's got yeah, I did play that. Sorry, I forgot
awesome.
what it was called. Yeah, I love that. I love that because I always I like reading. I like being the reader. Is that what they're called? The person that has the cards. And that I like doing that because it makes people pay attention to me. And,
I googled some examples. I'll try not to read the real dirty ones. I drink to forget my relationship status. Today on Mythbusters, we find out how long a box that is conscious and wishes it weren't a box can withstand being a motherfucking box. Okay. Maybe I should.
I really hope people are tuning in to you rambling off, and they're just like, I'm so lost.
What has been making life difficult at the nudist colony? Making the penises kiss. Okay.
Don't read the dirty ones.
No.
Yeah, keep these PC ones. Keep to these nice ones.
This is the prime of my life. I'm young, hot, and full of crippling debt. Okay.
That is just a poem.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Wow, that's Bob Dylan right there.
Yep.
Yeah, they released it on the App Store and online, so you can actually play online now. So I think that should be a thing. I think we need to all get this, and we need to live stream us playing it.
I'll tell you guys after the show. I actually got invited to a couple movie nights from some people, and so I caught like last minute, like, oh, check out this, and it kind of inspired to make a little game. So I'll tell you what the game is afterwards, and I'll tell you what the concept I did was. Since it's got familiar DNA with Cards Against Humanity.
Mohawk says, try playing with a 73-year-old parents. LOL, it's awesome.
Oh, God. I'm sure they have nothing to hold back.
Yeah, that could be a good idea. Cards Against Humanity live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally down for that.
Okay, we'll have to make it
Using
happen.
Zoom.
Yeah.
We would have to have like a thing in the corner the entire time. It's just like maybe not for any kids younger than, I don't know, 14.
Have you not seen our intro?
No.
I must say there is a disclaimer that says you have to be at least 18.
Yeah, I put that at the beginning of the episode now.
What if a 15-year-old watches it?
Well, I'm just doing that to save our butts that our show is 18 and older.
Yeah, then they can't complain if they're watching it.
Do you guys...
Well, kids don't lie online. We know that. Kids can't lie.
No, never.
Angela says, do you guys remember the song Jesse's Mom Has Got It Going On?
Yeah, I was telling you, Stacy's mom.
Yeah, Stacy's mom. Yeah.
Yeah, I was telling you in Fountain of Wayne.
Yeah.
One of the singers from Fountain of Wayne passed away.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's still on my regular rotation. I think Bowling for Soup did a version of that as well. Yeah, very sad.
Yeah, I feel like it's
Was it
not going to be the last.
was it Corona?
Yep, COVID-19.
Wow.
It's a pretty tense time, and I know we're trying our best to keep it entertaining, and I think that's it's nuts because we've talked about it to length before, but still, like in this time we're all just trying to get into escapism or trying to put our time elsewhere.
Yeah.
I know Tim and I are probably working on artwork just so we can, in the time we have, we can focus more on it. I know that you like still do like a bunch of work, Tim, but I'm sure. Have you been able to work on more stuff at all because of this situation? Take advantage of it at all, or has?
Yeah, I've been a little bit. I did starting to do like videos. A lot of the artists have been doing live videos and stuff. So I did one, and yeah, just doing some extra drawing and stuff. Just working on some new stuff. I mean, I still have my deadlines, so keep up with those. It's a little easier because I don't have to do it at night. I can do it during the day. And so, yeah, a little bit.
That's good. I mean, take advantage of the the situation at hand, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can take longer showers, so that's good.
I am
gotta
interested
do-
to see what happens, like with all these creative people, like forced to be inside. Kind of amazing things are going to come out of it.
Yeah, I mean that's a great point there, Yo-Yo. Is are we going to enter a sort of renaissance?
There is word right now that we're going to have a lot of interesting things come out of animation now, that a lot of animations now being made at home where people don't have to commute to work. So we're probably going to have a renaissance of just animation where people don't have to, have that barrier of getting to work.
Yeah.
And plus, hopefully it just innovates, because at least I think the best part of all this is that maybe at the end of this will be more innovative for how people work today, and it had to take something this big to, have that happen.
Well, even the people, even the creatives that have to work a 9 to 5 job, and sort of like forcing them to take time off, and what they do with their craft as well. A lot of good can come out of this.
And also, any artists that all listen to this at all is, just don't get too anxious. You got time, but also if anything, take a breath. If you're thinking about all these projects, all these works you got to do, please take it from me, someone who eats anxiety for breakfast every morning before I get to work. Please just breathe. Slow in, deep exhale. Make the sound of an ocean, and don't worry, you'll be fine. Do what you can and get to work. And if you can't work today, you know that you're going to get to it. Just make sure you do, because when you make something for yourself, especially when it's a passion of your own, your boss is a jerk and you're your own boss. So be kind to your employee, which is you. So do what you can.
Well said, Alex.
Very nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I was waiting for the snarky comment at the end.
I didn't want to undermine it.
Okay.
Because I think it's important. I think a lot of artists really have a hard time, especially where, I am working on like a bunch of actual projects, comic books, and all. Well, not like actual, but I mean like stuff I have to get done and all that stuff. But it's when it's something that's your own, something that's very personal, it's way more taxing. I'm sure Tim can attest to that. When it's something that's like your baby, there's a lot more that kind of is more taxing on your soul of like how much can I do and how reasonably can I do without going insane. And probably the scariest part of all is when you're just staring at a board, running through contingencies to get something done, and end up doing nothing, and you're just in a void having calculations shoot through your head.
Oh, I have a complete attention deficit, so I find myself like trying to get something done, and I've got so much else on my mind that I'm running to. I'll draw a couple of lines, and I'll go over, and I gotta do something else. I gotta I gotta pay a bill. Oh, I gotta make a phone call, but I go back and start drawing something where I couldn't do that during the day, being at home.
Mhm.
So it has its good stuff and its bad stuff. So try and concentrate on the good stuff. But
Have you thought about putting mouse traps around your desk so that if you think about doing something else, as soon as you stand up, one of them will snap and you'll be like, oh, I'll go back to work.
oh, that's a good idea. I might like it too much. To be honest with you.
Oh boy. I give birth to a whole brand new thing awakening you after that.
Well, with my luck, I'd attract mice. So, yeah.
Oh, maybe you can inspire by a new character at all. Like, oh yeah, it's the silly mouse. Only in one comic. It doesn't end well.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Wasn't there a didn't the Jim Davis, didn't he have a original like Nat character or something? It was like a bug. It was before Garfield, and it didn't perform well. So the last strip he did with that bug was like it got crushed by a boot, and it had like a pun. I forget what it was. It was like I'm waiting for the other boot to fall or something, and the last panel he made was like it getting crushed or something. That might be very obscure Garfield trivia out there.
I'm Googling it.
I know it has a bug, but it's like one of the original Jim Davis-y strips. Davis strips. Davis-y?
There's only one. It's not plural.
Well, we can't confirm that. He's made a lot of strips.
I would love. He's on my bucket list of people to meet. And I do have a chance, but he's like the guest of honor or award presenter or something like that at the Reuben Awards this year. But I think that's been canceled and it's going to be postponed. But it's in Kansas City, so that would be expensive for me. But so there's indirectly a chance for me to meet him. I actually had someone compare my work to Garfield, and so I was like, oh shit, now he's one of my influences, him and Charles Schultz, so he would be someone that I would really want to meet. So if I could make that work, I will, but I don't know that that's in the cards. Again,
we can hope. You never know. You never know. That's the craziest thing, especially in like what we do. You never know when someone's just gonna pop up in your life.
Well, that's it. Yeah. Yep.
I feel
that
like
would be so awesome.
I know for a fact, because I know it'd be perfect, is that I feel that one day I'll meet Bill Watterson and not even know it's Bill Watterson.
Right.
Because I won't know what he looks like.
Right. No, I know Jim Davis, what he looks like. So,
even people I recognize, it always takes a minute to register. Sometimes it's almost like a starstruck kind of thing where you're like, hey, I recognize this person, but something is whatever. I mean, there was a time I remember when I was walking around New York Comic Con, I was walking by and this guy walked past me. We locked eyes, and it was this Asian guy. He looked at me and he had like this movie star type smile. And I kept walking. And I was like, who is that? Did I know him? Like, he looked familiar. Why is he walking just around a crowd? He can't. And then oh, that was Jim Lee. That was
wow.
Jim Lee of DC.
Oh,
And by the way, you were right, Alex. So it says Davis's first comic strip called Norm Nat. It ran for a few years in a local Indiana newspaper, but the bug-centric strip wasn't popular. And in June 1978, when Davis debuted Garfield, the Orange Cat wasn't an instant success. By the end of the summer, editors at the Chicago Sun-Times decided to stop running Garfield. But only after 1,300 readers complained, the newspaper brought Davis's strip back, and Garfield now appears in thousands of newspapers around the world.
wow.
And
That's inspired.
and
I think Garfield's up there with like the most recognizable like characters or something up there now, since it's such a global hit.
Yeah, it's an American icon, international icon. Everybody knows Garfield. Everybody is Snoopy, Garfield, you know, Charlie Brown, all those guys. It's just you know, and what Leo was just reading and stuff. That was a different time in newspaper history, where newspapers were thriving and comics were really popular, and that was the go-to thing every week because we didn't have the internet and stuff. And things are so different now, you know.
It's weird and just constantly innovates. It's amazing to go back to think about how some of those mental like what people were thinking back then, because no one knows what's going to be popular, and how, I mean, we're still in the wild west of how the internet kind of still goes about things, but which is always exciting because you never know what's going to take off and whatnot. So be creative because you never know what's going to happen, or take a chance. And taking chances is very hard because you never know. Like you're familiar with Will Eisner's The Spirit, right?
Yeah.
From what I heard, Will Eisner is actually one of the people that rejected running the first original Superman strips. And I guess that was pretty bad because then Superman took off and made superheroes super popular. And so Will Eisner came up with his character, the Spirit, since he's usually used to the pulpy detective kind of characters he drew. He just drew this guy with a little mask, and, you know, dun dun, the Spirit was to be, and it was great.
Yep.
It's
I
just
remember
so weird.
I remember reading Garfield in the late 70s. That shows my age. When he looked like completely different than what he looks like now. Little fat cat, just blob. That's what he used to look like.
It was a very lumpy, like sagging looking sad face thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw my Facebook banner of I actually am using the prop they used for the live action Garfield movie they used, and the actual like if I can I'll look that up right now to send to Leo, because this thing is so ugly and creepy that I had to save the picture and use it for my Facebook banner. But it's too funny. It's creepy. They had to look, because before they put the CG and animate the cat, they have to stare at where the cat's going to be in the movie. So they had to look at this weird demonic looking doll the whole time.
I got it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I have an unedited one that's not the scary one with the lasagna explosion behind it. I guess you can show that one. I wrote Mondays across the back of it.
Yeah, I got it on the screen right now.
Is it the one with the white background?
No. It's the one with your Mondays.
Here's the one with just the white background if you want a good idea. I made it even creepier because I did some chromatic abrasion on it, so it looks even more glitched.
That is that's scary.
So, Tim, what
Yes.
was it? So what other than Garfield, what are the other influence that went into Aesop and the other characters for Sour Grapes?
Oh,
If I
jeez.
may put you on the spot.
No, it's fine. You know, Peanuts was a big one. Um, and any of the older comic strips that I used to read, Hey Ya the Horrible, Family Circus, uh, Dennis the Menace. Trying to think of Heathcliff was a big one.
Oh yeah.
You don't see him around much anymore. Stuff like that, and animated stuff too. Bugs Bunny, any and all Hanna-Barbera cartoons that I used to watch. All that
Did you have a
stuff.
particular favorite for the Hanna-Barbera and their huge catalog?
Oh well, the Herculoids
Nice.
was a big one. Johnny Quest. But you know, then there was
It's hard to find Johnny Quest now in its original form at all.
yeah. All the stuff that they had, Yogi Bear and all that crew. So I just watched so many cartoons when I was a kid. I still do. You know.
What are you watching now?
A little bit of everything. Been watching a lot of DC animation, and I can't wait for the what is it? Justice League Dark Apocalypse War
Oh yeah.
is coming out in May,
Yeah.
and I watched a trailer today on YouTube, and I was just like, oh God, I gotta have this.
Did you see Batman Turtles?
No, I want to see that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I really want
Batman.
to see that too.
Batman versus what is it? Yeah, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep.
Yeah, I want to see that. There's a bunch of stuff I want to see. So, but they have the Bugs Bunny on believe it or not, Cartoon Network or Boomerang. I think it's Boomerang.
Yep, Boomerang. Yep.
Watch that. So, you know, I just try and catch whatever's out there. Whenever I can get in between what everybody else is watching in the house. So
Nice.
we have one big TV that we all hog it.
Yeah.
So,
Nice. I was able to get a friend of mine. Sorry. Keep going.
no, I was just going to say it's another advantage of being home this week. I'm trying to catch up on some of my stuff when nobody's looking. So I get up at like 5 and watch my stuff before I get kicked off for like the Duggars or something, or the Great British Baking Show, or
That's pretty good.
yeah,
That's
a good show. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I love it when they say, "Did you let it prove? Did it prove enough?" You know,
and
tastes like shit.
I love the two hosts too. They're
Shit in the
hilarious.
That's a good
shingle.
accent.
Yeah. Thank you.
That'd be great if you just went on any form of like interview podcast and you just had that where people were like, I didn't know he was like that in real life. This podcast is shit.
You got the bun in the oven, you know. Yeah. Fun.
So what about you guys? What are you watching? Yo-Yo, did we talk to you yet about what you're watching? I know you work a lot, but
Yeah, I do work a lot, so I have very little time to watch most things. I did finally finish Tiger King.
I've heard that.
I know literally nothing about Tiger King, and that's probably for the best because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Same here. I've only seen the commercial on Netflix, so I don't really know about it. I know it's a documentary.
I knew about the guy beforehand because of Last Week Tonight.
Oh, he was covered on Last Week Tonight?
Before any of this other stuff happened, yes.
Okay. I missed that episode. So enlighten us.
2016 when he was running for president.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, it's a funny one.
I'll have to look back. I have HBO, so I can go watch that episode.
Is this yet another like how we're leaning towards an idiocracy type situation if this guy becomes president at some point?
Well, he's in jail.
Oh no, he's in jail now. So I mean,
spoilers. I don't know. I played Control.
Oh,
how are you liking it?
I just picked it up.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the mystery aspect of it. I love even more that is made by the same people who did Alan Wake, because I love me some Alan Wake. And it is just dripping in like mystery and intrigue, and I really like that.
I'm gonna play that after I'm done with Assassin's Creed.
Nice. I'm collecting every single little bit of collectible I can find in that game, because I grew up with collectathons, so every time there's like a thing, I'll go out and scavenge and find it. Because I also did get a chance to play the Resident Evil 3 demo, and I got all 20 bobbleheads, and those bobbleheads are very tricky to find. Capcom are real jerks for where they put some of those bobbleheads. Like, just an example, so you understand, like, they're not just hidden. They're triggered by doing things to get them activated to find them in places that they weren't before. Like going up to the toy store, angling your gun to shoot at a poster of the bobblehead. Shoot it enough that it will spawn on top of the donut building and you have to shoot it. Make sure that you dodge roll from zombies 25 times and it'll activate a car where a zombie will get out in the open and try to grab you, and a bobblehead will be sitting in the seat where that zombie was. But also make sure before you leave, you have to make sure you down Nemesis 3 times and collect the bobblehead from another car. Go to the end of the level, but make sure you don't trigger the end cutscene. You have to get another bobblehead hiding around the corner right before the trigger that's off in this small little pixel you got to shoot. Then you got to run back, shoot a zombie that spawned outside the boundary limits, go all the way back to the store that's there where a zombie that was originally dead is actually going to be activated, where he was hiding a bobblehead underneath his body. You know, because that's easy. You know,
That's way too much work.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that just seems like cop.
I'm sweating. I didn't take my blood pressure.
When you play that game when Nemesis is chasing you, I'll tell you about blood pressure. He's got long teeth. He's got a weird nose, and he says stars. It's creepy.
There's a mod where someone changed all of the zombies to Nemesis.
Nemesis in the game, Tim, is like this big giant zombie man that he's just big and scary. He's like a 9-foot tall monster guy that chases after you, and he has like these monstrous tentacles. Yo, your cat looks so creepy clipping in and out of the Batcave there.
It's like it's warping in and out.
Oh my god.
It's like what happened to the cat in Half-Life 2. We don't talk about what happened to the cat.
I've never played Half-Life or Half-Life 2.
Really?
Really?
Oh,
play it.
That's a disservice to yourself.
No, really, Leo, play it.
Yeah,
it still holds up. It's that good.
Isn't there like a remaster?
You don't even need a remaster of that game. No. Well, that game is freaking amazing no matter
that game was cutting edge.
It is.
Okay.
Like it was ahead of its time, and it still holds up and comparatively, especially with how Alex has like facial like emotions in that time when everything else was like a PS2 model face. It's insane.
Okay. I think I got it on Steam. I just never downloaded it or.
Well, you need to.
Okay.
It's a good time. You'll.
Really?
it's really good.
Okay.
Also, you'll see the DNA of how like, oh wow, this literally influenced all the games I play.
Nice. Just real quick, I know we're running way late, so we should wrap things up. And we'll talk about this on in another episode. But
Is it Thursday?
what's that?
Is it Thursday?
Not yet.
It's
Is it
Thursday
yet?
in an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, all right. Okay.
It's
Yeah, we got
Thursday
plenty of
somewhere.
Did you see they're remastering Mario? Several of the Mario games.
Are they
Ooh.
remastering the first Mario? Because I think that graphically is behind.
It's
Yeah.
so they're talking about possibly in a pack is going to be like a remaster of like 64, Sunshine, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, and I'm not sure what else they're doing for like the 35th anniversary of Mario.
I definitely play Sunshine again.
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
I haven't ever, aside from playing a little bit of the original, I've never played a Mario game.
Really?
I haven't played a Mario game, and I have not played. Sorry to the audience who may be listening. Never played Legend of Zelda.
How at this point, I feel like you had to have actively done this.
Nope. Never had the opportunity to.
We're gonna have to remedy this.
The only time I've ever actually had to go to the GoFundMe for the Dorkening to get me a Switch, but you know I've always really wanted to play Wind Waker or something at some point because I think it looks very pretty, and it's I just haven't had the ability to play any of those games, and it's not like I'm disinterested, but some people swear to that game series the same as like a religion. If just people like even put it on Facebook is like, if you never play Legend of Zelda, unfriend me right now.
Oh no, I feel like people that post things like that are stupid. But like, if you ever played Legend of Zelda, message me right now so we can somehow arrange that this happens. That makes more sense to me.
Yeah, no, that no one wants to help. It's the same people that are it's elitist, you know. That's the thing in the nerdom in general is that people is like, oh, you don't know every nuance in this obscure comic. Well, goodbye. Leave everybody alone. You can't just enjoy something.
Well, what you can enjoy is the latest Sour Grapes, Aesop, and the Ominous Meet the Bully Cloud, which if you check show notes down below or up above, depending on where you're watching or listening to us, you can find a website for Tim, including sourgrapescomic.com. Is that where people can buy it as well, Tim?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I just set that up today because I had time. And yeah, go to sourgrapescomic.com, and on there, in the merchandise page, you'll see pictures of my books, including that one, and you just click on the Etsy logo, and you can go in there and pay for it, and I'll get it to you free shipping, domestic. So you could do that, and my new Patreon's there too.
Yeah.
So there's a quick link on that on the front page, and but yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, you can do all that.
Very cool. And where do you like interacting with your fans the most?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, oh, you mean like I had a dirty thought for some reason.
I mean, do you like favor Facebook over Instagram
Oh,
or Twitter?
How high
yeah.
how high of a Patreon tier is that for you, Tim?
I have I have a $1 tier. That's it. Come in there and give me a pat in the back, and
Ooh.
you get like little tiny exclusives I'll send out and stuff that, you know, work in progress pictures and stuff like that. Maybe a video here and there. But
And
anyways,
Tim,
yes.
I really got to say, I've liked your seeing some of your experimental doodles you've been doing, throwing up online of just like I think you created like a little superhero character and other stuff like that, just like general like doodles and stuff.
Oh, thank you. Just some random 60-second drawings I've been doing. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I hope to see more of that on your Patreon and stuff.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll have to remember to do that. Definitely. Um, yeah, Facebook is cool. I spend a lot of time on Facebook, probably more than I should. That and Instagram. So Twitter is kind of useless,
Yeah.
but I go on there, post my strip, and every now and then comment on something. But mostly Facebook and Instagram.
Nice. What about you, Alex?
I also got a Patreon. I have some stuff coming that way because I'm posting a few things that have a recent that I did some monsters for the promotions for Adam Green's Scary Sleepover, and I threw a couple of those on there recently. I have some things to come forward. If you heard earlier in the podcast that I am currently working on some promotion for my passion project that I'll be showing exclusively to my patrons. So if you want to see anything that involves something that I've been developing for over 15 years, probably best to get in there early. Developing, not finished product, I'll say that, but that's also why I'm working very hard on it. It's all just about timing, kind of basically. Bleh. But you can follow me at pure_Alex Hoy on Twitter, pure_Alex_Hoy on Instagram. And I have, I got a Newgrounds. I got it all, and still figuring out a couple things. My neighbor fell over, and there's a lot of cool stuff coming in the future. And if you haven't already, I know things have been kind of hard and the date got pushed back a little bit, but I did a design for Adam Green's Hatchet. I did a t-shirt design, and it's still up for pre-order on there. And it's a pre-order it so you can make sure you get your size and everything, because it says pre-order in bright red. I'm going to Elmer Fudd. It's bright red.
Yeah, pre-order it.
Pre-order it today, and the thing I heard Adam, because he's also doing live streams of Holliston and his movies and stuff like that on YouTube. While this Corona apocalypse is going on. Make sure you can go down there and check out his streams for free if you never checked out Holliston. Wicked cool. That's not me involvement. I actually really like Holliston, but he said that there are already a couple complaints that people are making because they pre-ordered the shirt and the shirts haven't arrived yet. Even though we're dealing with an apocalypse, It also says bright red
pre-order.
For pre-order.
Well, the intelligence of some people is not.
I know. You'll just look at a sign that just says sold out without reading in it or something, instead of realizing that it's for like a fake ad for face masks.
Hey, because I saw a story that was talking about that type of face masks for sale. I thought it was real. Jeez. Yo. Save me.
Oh, no, I have to stop laughing.
Save me, yo.
If I was gonna announce, I would have announced we were doing masks. But I'm just joshing you, Leo. I'm just joshing you.
That was hilarious though.
I thought it was
I feel like I don't have much going on other than I'm working, so I have very little to contribute here. You can find me at Boy Meets Phone on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Yo St. Laurent on the same social media channels. That's all I have for you.
And you're in the Batcave.
Yeah, today I am.
Yeah. Okay.
Next week I'll be somewhere else.
Sounds good.
You'll probably be at Gotham PD.
Yeah.
Like they were like, "Why? How the hell did you get in here?" And he just had me arrested.
I mean, Gotham's a very dangerous city, but I gotta say, it's probably gonna really boost your resume for how many places you can hit up. Either be at Wayne Tech or work at I don't know, maybe you can get an internship under Fox, but who knows? Different Fox,
Yeah.
But
I understood that reference.
a good Fox.
Yeah. And for me, just Google Leo Pond. You'll find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. But more importantly, head on over to thedorkening.com where you can find all the shows on the network. And make sure you support local indie artists like our awesome guests here. And you can I actually put Alex's emo picture up for a second. There you go. So make sure you head on to the show notes down below or up above.
Sounds like you say email, not emo.
Emo. So Tim Jones, Sour Grapes Comics, Alex Hoy. Thank you guys. Yo-Yo, as always. Thank you for being my co-host and saving my butt.
Please pick up that Sour Grapes coloring book. It's so cool. Pick it up. I have a 7-year-old cousin that is going absolutely nuts, so I definitely got to pick one up. She needs a distraction, and my God, our kids ever so demanding now, especially in this current time. So if anyone's listening who has a kid, get this book. Buy it in bulk.
Even if you don't have, adults color too. So
or buy a bunch of them to give it to parents that you see to help them.
It's made for it's made for a child. It's made for a man, and it's made for man-childs. Now, please pick up the book.
And head on over to sourgrapescomic.com.
Thank you.
We'll catch you guys later.
Thank you very much.
Bye.